going on, guys? Welcome back to Brass Monkey X. Thanks for joining us. You guys are in for a treat today. You're here for the first episode ever of Benchtop Banter. That's right. We're going to be here at my gunsmithing workbench, taking a look at some of the projects I'm working on. And we're going to start here with this Savage Fox Model B. It's a 12 gauge. These things were made from like 1940 to 1960, so I mean it's old as dirt. When I got it, it wasn't too bad. The barrel had a little bit of pitting in it, a little bit of rust. Yeah, the stock was a little dinged up, but not too bad. It functioned fine. So it's completely disassembled. I took it apart. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos of that because I didn't have an actual YouTube channel before that. So, you know, we're going to have to pick it up from here, and I'll show you the project from this point on. But let's get you all caught up. I'll show you where we're at with this. I got all my small parts here in these bins. It's a good idea to keep bins like this on your desks, man. Like, you got to keep everything organized. You're going to lose small pins, small pieces. I mean, look at all these parts here, guys. You lose one of these, and the gun's just not going to work anymore. And guns like this that are this old, good luck finding new parts, you know? So, where we're at is we got the receiver here, right? Completely disassembled. Took everything out of it. That's what all these small parts are here. They're going to have to go back in eventually. That ought to be fun. I went in here with a file. Tried to smooth out all these edges. Deburr anything that was real rough. Then I took this thing to the ultrasonic cleaner, cleaned it out real good. So the receiver's ready for refinishing now. As far as the small parts go here, everything's cleaned. I deburred what needed deburring. Some of these parts, like the lever here and where we got the safety switch, these are going to have to be refinished to match the receiver. I'm going to actually use a Duracoat. I'm going to use DuraBlue. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that product. Big fan of Duracoat. You're going to see a lot of that on this channel. Moving on, we have the stock and the forend here. These aren't in too bad a shape. There's some dings and some scratches on them, so I'm going to have to refinish it. You know, the checkering. Unfortunately, I don't have any checkering tools, but I do have a small set of files that I use to touch up the checkering. Like, there's a couple parts here, like over here on the stock itself. There was a ding here. This side's actually pretty bad. After I refinish it, I'm going to try and hit it with some wood putty, maybe reshape it. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I picked up these files here from Harbor Freight. They're great. I used a small little triangle file. Got in here perfect, smoothed everything out. So when I refinish it, it should be fine. You'll never even know I touched it. Over here we got our barrel, my favorite part of this build. It started out as a 30-inch barrel. I said, wait, what the hell am I going to do with that, man? 30 inches, who needs all that, you know? So I cut it down to 18 1/4. So not today, ATF. You're not going to get me. I'm legal. So that's been cut down. What happened was, after I had cut it down, it looked like this. Had a big hole here. There's a big gap in between the barrels where the vent rib is. So in order to fix that, what I did was, you can see here, a little bit of silver solder, but, you know, to make sure the silver solder had somewhere to go, what I did at first was I took some aluminum foil, bunched it up, stuck it down in there about 1/8 of an inch or so, and then, you know, so the silver solder had somewhere to actually go when I put it in there. It's not too bad. I'm going to smooth it out with some Durafil when I get a chance. I'm also going to hit the pitting on the barrel with the Durafil as well. There's a couple bad spots. I also had to drill and tap a new hole for the front bead sight here. So I went ahead and did that. If you're wondering what this tape is, I'm actually going to port the barrels here. So I just figured it'd be a lot easier to mark it out on the tape than to try and mark it out on the bare metal there. So that's what we got going on with the Savage Fox Model B. Hopefully you tune in, you watch the progress here, you see where we end up. It should be fun. Well, that's it, guys. This was the first Benchtop Banter. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.